Hey, I have got it's called a 6-inch feather bed from the Concierge Collection. And, you know, they show that it is, I'll show you this here. They show you this gusset of 6 inches. But this thing has been open for 48 hours, and they say to let it you know, expand for 24 hours. So it did have like a slight feather scent to it. It wasn't anything terrible, but I don't smell it anymore. It does tell you that you may smell the feathers after you take it out of the sealed package. But the only thing that I'm already disappointed in is this. You see here, it is, there's like, this is not 6 inches of feathers. Now, I don't know if you could like punch it over here and you get some 6 inches, but as you can see, like right here, it's like nothingness. Just nothingness. So, I'm pretty disappointed. We've got some sections that may have, you know, a good bit of feathers in it. And, I mean, it has the possibility, see the stitching here? This is what they're calling a gusset right here. But I think what they should have done, I think they should have put some polyfill inside with the feathers. It would keep the feathers in place more, and it would give it some, I'm going to say girth. I'm not sure. I can't think of the word that I'm thinking about wanting to say. Stability. I think some polyfill would give it some stability, because I can't find a section that really is going to stay anywhere at 6 inches. I mean, because as soon as I touch it, it's gone. It's gone. See? So, it says that it's sewed to keep them in place. But it's not sewed all the way through. And so I think the only way it's going to keep it in place is if each one was sewed and they were sewed. But they're not sewed like that. So it's not going to keep the feathers. Like if this was sewed into like a bellow right there, it's going to hold those feathers in there, and you're going to have some stability to those feathers then. But literally these feathers can go wherever they want, because it's not sewed together. So I haven't even laid on it because I've had it. It says, you know, it is vacuum sealed into this little package. And so it tells you to let it rise up for 24 hours. So, I mean, I've really been letting it. I've been doing this, trying to puff it up. It's really heavy in spots. I mean, it is heavy. Now, I gotta say that deep down in my heart, I knew it was not going to be a wonderful thing. It has crappy reviews for the same reason. But for me, I already have a topper. And my topper is this is my topper here. It's on my bed. And you see that zipper? Here's my topper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this and zip it inside of my topper. I think that is going to keep it stable. I think it's also going to help it have some more stability. So it had like a 3-star. It was on clearance. And the main reason why I bought it is because I already have a topper that zips off, and I am going to put it in like a cocoon under there, zip it up, and I think that will do the trick for me. If I was just going to buy it and lay it on my bed, I could tell you I would already be, because as soon as when you lay on it, you sink all the way down. I'm all the way down. So it puffs up around you, but it definitely just flattens out. So anyway, I'm hoping that since I got a string on me or something that's driving me nuts, I'm hoping because I'm gonna stuff it inside. I should have got the king size and stuffed it in my queen size, because that would have been like really puffing it up, but I'll let you know how it turns out. I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to zip it in and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm all done. So just hold on, I'll be back. So remember what I was saying? I was going to zip it inside. So here, I'm at the end of my zipper. So here is my Concierge topper that I had before. Here is the supposed 6-inch sucker, and I'm zipping it in. So it's looking pretty big now, and that's what I wanted, because I got a bad back, and for me the softness just makes me feel better. So I would probably do great on like an air mattress. Not an air mattress like, you know, I mean like the kind that they have at the hospital. So I'm going to pause this just for a second again. So now it is definitely extremely puffy. So my first Concierge topper is the Concierge Collection, and it was pretty nice, but I really wanted more, you know. Guess I was greedy. I love the softness. So now it's pretty puffy. I know, I have the TV in. I'm so sorry. I was watching some kind of prison-y thing. But anyway, so now you see my topper, it's a monster. And it just zips here. If you're interested, I can tell you where I think these are from HSN. It's a Concierge Collection. But, so the 6-inch topper that I got, it comes with a cover, and it's on clearance. And, it's on clearance because it has crappy reviews. But people are complaining that it flattens out. Obviously it does. And that the feathers come out. And that the feathers poke them. So, number one, I already have a topper. So, there's like 4 inches in between the feathers. I really don't think they're going to be poking me. That was one reason why I was like, hey, they're not going to bother me because I'm going to have it under my original topper. And my original topper is poly-filled, and it is awesome. It's just that I just want it more. I slept in this bed once at a hotel. I felt like I was in heaven, and it was probably like 10 inches of fluff, and I loved it. And I thought, one day I want to sleep like that again. So, when I saw the feather one on clearance, and I read its problems, I was like, I can deal with that because I can rig it this way. So I'm going to sleep in it tonight, and I will either just come back and I'll write down below how it went, or I will add a little clip on the end of this video. Either way, I think it's going to be good. What do you think? I think it's going to be good. It looks really tall. I'm going to have to, like, step up. Anyway, my son will be like, I'm drowning in fluff. Anyway, I will put the links below to both of these, I think. Because I think it's going to... Oh, yes. I think it's going to be good. Oh, yes. It feels good. Good night. Oh, yeah. It's a lot softer than it was without the feather bed. And that's what I was looking for. I can definitely feel it. And I would say it is sturdy, or it has some substance to it. And I think the reason why is because it is crammed underneath here, zipped in. It can't do anything but stay there. And it can't flatten out and go over the edges because it's stuffed in the bag, in the zipper. So it's trapped. I think it's perfect. So anyway, I'll let you know how it goes. I think it's going to go good. Do I look like hell? I went through hell today. I went shopping for 4 hours. Oh my God. I took my mom grocery shopping. She took 4 hours. Which I don't mind. But man, my back is screaming loud. So anyway, I think I'm going to have a really good night's sleep tonight. I don't feel any poking like people were complaining about. But again, I have my Concierge topper, the polyfill topper on top, which really was good. It was very fluffy. But I just got greedy. I wanted more. My nose is itching. The pollen count here is to die for. It's really high. If you look down, look, it's all, it's so puffy and fluffy. This is what I wanted. I want it to be like, I'm in a fancy hotel right now. Don't bother me, please. Go away. I'm in my fancy hotel bedroom. Okay? You can't join me now. I'm not that kind of girl. No, I swear, I'm not that kind of girl. Oh. It's so soft. I totally recommend this. It's cost a little bit of money because, you know, you're buying 2 toppers. But the 6-inch is on clearance. And it feels so good. If I would have thought longer on it, I should have got the king size because they're the same price. And stuffing it in here, the king size would have given it even more... I could just slap myself for not thinking about that. Oh well. I don't think I can fit another one in, or else I would fit another one. Maybe a company will send me another one, and I'll stuff it in here too. It'll be like the Princess and the Pea. So, oh well. Anyway, obviously, I'm loving it already. I got to put a sheet on it. Because I don't want it to get dirty. Because my dog sleeps with me. And he puts his bum in my bed. Never my whole life. I had dogs my whole life. I never even thought about their butts. Never, never, never. And now that I'm old, that's my son. He has pointed out to me every time my dog's butt is on me. And so now it's on my brain. I'm like, oh, bud, get your ass off of me. I feel like he uses my shirts and my coats as toilet paper sometimes. So anyway, I want to put a sheet on it before he decides to come up here. He's laying, I think he's in my wheelchair, which he loves my wheelchair. Anyway, yeah, for some reason now, that's all I think about when the dog's on me. Like, oh God, his bunghole is on my shirt. Anyway, I will let you know how my sleep goes. I can pretty much tell you that it's going to be good because it's so soft. And it's, I can't think of the word. firm. There we go. It's firm, but soft. It's firm enough that it's not total sink down, because it can't spread out like if it was just laying on top of the bed. It would spread out and hang over the edges. But because it's zipped in, it can't spread out. So it's doing just what my brain was hoping. I wish I would have got the king size. Darn. What I could do is give this one to my son, get the king size, and then do that. I have to wait because I have to pay for it first. Okay. All right. I have talked enough. I think it's good. You might think I'm crazy because now I have 2 toppers on my bed, but there was a method to my madness, and I think it worked. And if I have fibromyalgia and MS and amps, so there's a lot of pain involved. So my bed, I'm in bed sometimes a lot. If I'm in a relapse, if I too much pain. So to me, my bed, it needs to be very comfortable because I spend a lot of time in it. I need to be able to relax, rest, and ease my pain. So that's why I think about these things like, how can I get my bed really soft? Not so soft that I sink in and I can't get out and I have to ask for help to get out, but soft enough that it just feels good. Because with my fibromyalgia, it actually hurts to just touching my arm like this hurts. So laying in bed and the pressure points that I'm laying on, sometimes it's very painful. So that's why I'm looking for some softness. And I got it. Did you see my kitties? This is my kitties that my mom bought. At first, my dog was terrified of these kitties. And now, of course, he's over it. He realizes that they're not going to hurt him. But in the beginning, I had them sitting down at the bottom of my bed on top of a pillow. So they were like looking down on us. And all he did was, he kept looking at them and crying. If I mention them, if I say something about the kitties, he'll go over and he'll look at them. But they don't even seem to bother him anymore. But yeah, I knew it. When I picked them out of the magazine, I was like, my dog is going to hate these. But they're so adorable. The tabby and the cutie. They're so cute. And they're fluffies. I hope they never get dirty. I don't want to wash them. Alright, I guess I got to get up and put a sheet on this bed. Okay, so I will probably make a little add-on video on the end to let you know how my sleep was. And I will put the links because the 6-inch feather bed is on clearance. And it's a pretty decent price. And this other topper, it wasn't that expensive if I remember correctly. Anyway, with HSN and all them, you know, you can make payments, and that's how I get these things. I just make payments. But if you have fibromyalgia or MS or amps or just pain and you need softness, this is a great idea. Oh, and I think the feather bed is help with cooling, I think it was saying. Like, anyway, we'll see. Alright, I'm going to go put a sheet on it, and then I'm going to watch some TV and go to sleep, and I will make an add-on video tomorrow and tell you how it went. Yes, I know, I probably look like hell, because we shopped, and then, of course, after you do all that shopping, what do you have to do? You have to bring them all in, and then you have to put everything away. Yes. My butt was dragging. Alright, I talked enough. Oh, want to know something? I planted tomatoes. They are actually growing. They're doing so well. Look. Those are my tomato plants. They're really, really doing well. They have a grow light. No, I'm not growing marijuana. Marijuana. And here's my lavender. And there's Rosemary. Hey, Rosemary's. Alrighty, I'm going again. Hey, there's the wheelchair, and the dog is not in it. I don't know where it went. Okay, so there we go. There is my feather bed stuffed underneath. Okie dokies.